Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here at the virtual Port Royal Speedway for tonight's event, week 9 of the Flieger Farm TV Limited Late Models. Drivers on track right now. Looking at the drivers roster, we've got Randall Dixon, Tony Miley, Carson Robertson, Kelly Wheeler, Dominic Gibson, Corey Sibley, and Austin Baker. We're just going to do a quick check here. Pop in with our race controller, Mike Vitale, here for just a second. Mike, this is DV in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
So Carson Robertson won last week, so he will not be qualifying tonight.
Copy.
Make a mental note of that for yourself. How do you think this race is going to go tonight, Mike?
I think it's going to go well. I mean, these guys, they've took the time to get these setups out throughout the season. They've really tweaked them as we've gone along. So I anticipate a good race.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's we run the same track week after week here at Port Royal, and that might not be the case next season, as there's been rumblings of a change up in the scheduling for next year. So we'll see what transpires over this offseason. We're at week 9. We're about halfway through our season for the late models. We're 7 weeks through the season in the rest of our divisions, as the late model started 2 weeks prior to the rest of our divisions. So you see drivers on track right now. So we appreciate you coming out, Mike, and doing the race control tonight. Unfortunately, Anthony Morano, with power issues, not able to make it. So thanks for coming out, Mike, and doing this for us.
Anytime, DV.
Looks like it's going to be a super tacky track tonight. Have yourself a good night. We'll catch you post-race.
Copy that, DV.
And again, that was your race controller, Mike Vitale. We're working with a slightly different setup this week than I'm used to. We're using Adam Flieger's setup tonight. Our first stream on YouTube, so welcome everybody to the stream. Adam normally does the Legends on Sunday and the Street Stocks on Saturday. And I am your host, DV the Milkman Runkle. I do the Tuesday streams. Trying out the first time with our face cam, so I hope everybody's enjoying that. Looking at things right now, looking like fastest on the board is Kelly Wheeler. We're going to try and move some things around on our stream here really quickly. They're kind of set differently from what I'm used to having them set for, so we're going to try and get everything set proper the way I'm used to having it. Adam's got himself a slightly different setup than what I normally run with the Streamlabs and everything, so hopefully we can do Adam a service tonight by getting this job done proper. Give me just 1 second and I'll be right back. I'm going to try and give everybody a better view of everything here with the camera anyway, the setup. There we go. Now the camera's saying that it's not plugged in, so we're going to see what we got a technical difficulty somewhere. We will get that fixed momentarily. Okay, that's working now. Okay, so we're going to try this live one more time and see if this camera actually is going to cooperate. Slight glitch in the system, but we got it fixed. So, that's good. Like I said, we are here in week 9. We're going to go take a look at the points here in just a short moment. Let's make sure our sound is set proper. It appears to be. We're going to go check our current points going into.
All right, gentlemen, let's pull it in for a quick drivers meeting.
We'll go over after the
drivers meeting.
After the drivers meeting. As we're going to listen into race controller Mike Vitale.
All right, gentlemen, welcome to the match late limited model season here, brought to you by Magnum Race Design. Just go over a couple of rules real quick. We understand, we keep the race chatter to a minimum. Any issues, we'll deal with it after the race. Let's watch out for any slide jobs out there. You guys have been doing really well every week. When the caution occurs, it'll be reviewed by race control. All cautions in the heats will be by iRacing only. In the feature, it'll be iRacing and myself. Two car lengths behind the pace car at the lead. At the start, initial starts will be on the green. Following starts will be on the leader. If you receive 3 EOLs during tonight's feature, you will be disqualified. Any lagging, I'll keep an eye on that. I'll give you a warning. After that, you'll be given an EOL. Any questions, guys? Carson Robinson, I believe you're last week's winner. You will receive an EOL in the heat, so there's no need to qualify. All right, gentlemen. Race hard, race clean, and have some fun out there, guys. Good luck to everyone.
So there you have it from your race controller, Mike Vitale. We're going to look at the points real quick. We can bring them up here. First place, Corey Sibley. Second, Tony Miley. Sibley with 2 wins, Miley with just 2. Kelly Wheeler, Tyler Bowman, Austin Baker, Jason Coffey, Hunter Jarrell, Billy Roberts, Keaton Holder, and Dominic Gibson, your top 10 in points going into tonight. I don't see Billy Roberts in the field right yet. So we'll see how that plays out in the points. Let's go take a look at some of the cars out on track. We're going to go look at the 117. Of Tony Miley. Running the ATA-sponsored 117. Miley coming in tonight, second in points, as I just stated. Randall Dixon making his second start in the limited late models. Driver of the 111, Too Old for Forza limited late model. We appreciate these drivers coming out. Also on track, your 6-time season winner, Corey Sibley. He's sitting dead in the water at the moment off of turn, looks like. Let's make sure we're live here. Yep, he's just sitting there. Kelly Wheeler out on track. Wheeler in the Ingersoll Rand number 11. Also DNS remodeling on that Murano Racing ride. Coming into the night, third in points. Kelly Wheeler's average start is 6th and average finish is 7th on the season, so mid-pack finishing position for the 11. Dominic Gibson also out there in the 203. Dominic 10th in points coming into tonight, hoping to pick up a few positions on some of the guys in front of him. We're in qualifying, not practice. Here I am thinking we're still in practice. Trying to get used to all the things that Adam has on here. Sibley back out on track. So far he's leading times right now. Let's take a look at our time board. He is running a 19.40. His last. We'll see if he sets anything faster this time. But it's a 3-lap qualifying session. Gets in the wall a little bit, sways off the corner. Not sure if he touched it or not. Sibley coming down across the line, and 19.40 is going to stand. Dixon second fastest, Wheeler, Miley, and Gibson. Small field tonight. Austin Baker is out there running his lap. Austin Baker in the number 9 5-star Eastport. New paint job for the 09 driver out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. The only driver on his team in here tonight. The 9B, as it says there on the car, we have him listed in the league as 09 because iRacing does not allow spins it out at the bottom, just finishes out the lap. Does not allow letters in the numbers, unfortunately. We're just getting some social media stuff sorted out right now. A lot of things to manage here. It's my first time doing anything this in-depth. It's nice to have a lot of different tools at my disposal. There we go. We just posted that to our Facebook page. Telling everybody we are live on our YouTube channel tonight. Y'all come stop by. Glad that some of you have. Drop us a chat. Let us know who your driver is for tonight. Going into our first heat. Your official starting lineup goes like this. Sibley, Baker.
6 laps.
Dixon, Wheeler, Miley, and Dominic Gibson.
Race hard, race clean.
Carson Robertson rounding out your Heat 1, which I believe will be our only heat tonight. Robertson not qualifying, as is the handicap rule for this division and all of the North American Dirt Track Racing Association. The driver who won the previous week goes handicap qualifying. I see Adams in the chat with the Flieger Farm TV chat. The watermarker's over top of my face. Okay, we'll go right up here dead center. Let us know. How does that... Oh, we can go over here too. How does that work, Adam? Is that adequate? Adam unable to race tonight. His iRacing has 60 gigs of updates. So getting ready to go green here. Lights out on the pace truck. Going to go green this time by Sibley Baker on the front row. Behind them is going to be the 111 of Randall Dixon and Kelly Wheeler. Behind them, Tony Miley in the 117 and Dominic Gibson in the 203. Carson Robertson pacing behind the field, starting last in the heat. last week's winner, Carson Robertson, and I believe it was his first debut with us, his first race with us. Don't know to leave 2 logos on the bottom. You were absolutely right. Let's see if I can get that fixed real quick before this race gets underway. There we go. Driver's coming out of turn 4 now, looking to take the green flag.
Green, green, green.
Sibley Baker, 2 fast guys on the front row, and they fire going down into 1 and 2. Baker on the bottom, Sibley up high. Sibley in the preferred lane in these cars. Dixon trying to work the bottom, Wheeler working the high side. Oh my, almost contact off the corner. Contact on the straightaway, Wheeler and the 9 of Baker. Baker goes into the inside wall, no yellow coming out. Sibley's going to have your lead right now. Baker just getting it back rolling. Wheeler now up to second after that full send into Austin Baker. So Sibley running first.
Appreciate that, Kelly. Well, I was there and you came up on that.
And as you can hear, drivers discussing what's going on in
yeah, I fit in that hole. You picked last in up.
Still running second right now. We have a battle towards the back. Gibson and Miley. Gibson into the wall, lagging quite a bit. Got a 4-wide battle for what looks like third place. 3 wide off of turn 4. The 111 in the middle there. The meat in that sandwich. The 111 still working that inside. Everybody else working the high side. Robertson still trying to get around the 203. Contact between him and Dixon. Slight contact. Accidental. Nothing intentional. These cars do like to drift up on the back straightaway. As back up front, Sibley stretching a little bit of timeout on the 11 of Kelly Wheeler. Tony Miley still running in third. Gibson, Dixon, Robertson all battling for the 4th position. Sibley's going to win it off the corner. It's going to be a drag race to the line. It's going to be Robertson at the line, followed by Dixon and Gibson, Dixon and Robertson. Excuse me. Gibson beating
Michael,
out
give him my spot
the other
if I
2
do anything
drivers
wrong.
there. We're going to go in and turn off our
I
track
don't
so
want
we
your
can
spot.
get an unhindered
I don't want you. Got it on.
broadcast, that is. So we're going to go into 5 minutes of warm-ups again. Flieger Farm TV broadcasting the Flieger Farm TV limited late models of the North American Dirt Track Racing Association. They are out there on Facebook. You can go check out the NADTRA on Facebook. Just search North American Dirt Track Racing Association or at NADTRA League, and you will find the page. They run 358 open setup modifieds, fixed street stocks on Saturdays. We had the Flieger Farm Legends on Sunday, and we have the Flieger Farm TV limited late models here on Tuesday nights. So a lot of good action going on out there right now. In the league, that is. Obviously, driver's not on track. You can see drivers getting ready to come out of the pits right now. Looks like Corey Sibley is going to be your first one out on track. No, it's going to be Austin Baker. Having a issue with our TVs here tonight for some reason. Nothing wanting to stay where it wants to go. Trying to get driver cameras and it keeps pushing us back. But anyway, we are getting things straightened out. As you can see, the 10 of Carson Robertson. That Team BDR sponsored number 10. Sibley out on track right now, setting his first laps out. Sibley out of Valley Center, Kansas. You got Dominic Gibson out there in the 203. remodeling number 203. I believe that's a teammate. Nope, it's not a teammate. It is the 117. Tony Miley gonna... Looks like he did some damage there to the left rear. Not sure. Ooh, swinging it up to the high side, getting into that opening up there. Fastest on track right now is Austin Baker with a 19... That is a 19.29. 19.58 for Corey Sibley. 1993 for Kelly Wheelers. I'm looking at my time board over here to my right. Robertson still blinking in and out. Or not Robertson, sorry. Gibson still blinking in and out. An issue for the 203. Randall Dixon again making his second start. Currently, let's take a quick look. Where is Dixon in the points? Dixon is down in 24th. He's one of 4 drivers tied for 24th. Chad Meagley, Brandon Blackman, Ryan Stillwell, and Randall Dixon are tied for that 24th points position. So I don't think any of those guys are in the session here tonight. So should be a solid moving up of the points for the 111 team. And Kelly Wheeler, after we saw that contact between him and Baker in the heat, wondering if that's going to play any factor in the feature. And Baker's going to have to charge from the rear. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go here in this last warm-up session. Drop us a comment down below. Tell us who you think is going to bring home the checkered flag tonight. Will the 6-time season winner Corey Sibley bring it home, or will it be Austin Baker from the rear, or Tony Miley? Kelly Wheeler starting up front. He hasn't gotten a single win all season, but he's been fast. Dixon's been quick too, so can't count the 111 out either. Sibley the fastest on the board right now, 19.26, topping Austin Baker's 19.29. It is a beautiful night here at Port Royal. Very tacky track, very tacky track. Lots of tack out there. Cool and humid, so gonna be super tack out there tonight. A lot of grip. Probably gonna throw a lot of guys' setups off, I imagine. Here at the Speed Palace of Port Royal. As we're getting some scenic views of the racetrack, let's go out there again and check on ride on board with the 111 of Randall Dixon. Dixon looks like he's working through 3 and 4 right now, working that bottom lane in. Trying to get the speed off the corner. That's going to end it for practice. We're going to line up for our feature event here. Fleeger Farm TV Limited Late Models Week 9 feature. We'll go get you your driver lineups here momentarily as we're waiting for the drivers to grid. So there you have it. Dominic Gibson and Tony Miley on row 1. Wheeler Sibley row 2. As the top 4 are inverted. Dixon and Robertson right there beneath the flag stand, and starting scratch on the field is going to be the 09 or the 9B as you see there on his car of Austin Baker. So we're going to see how this works. We do have a blinker on the front row. That is Dominic Gibson. As they're going to pace around 2 car lengths minimum behind the pace truck. Miley Gibson on the front row. Gibson seems to have had the speed tonight to put himself there. Question is, can he stay there? Obviously, those first 3 cars on the outside with Miley, Sibley, and Robertson have the lane choice to be in. They want that high side. That seems to be the fast lane. 203, the 11, and the 111 in the not-so-preferred lane. Austin Baker back there on the road all to himself, so he has a choice of which way he goes. I imagine you'll see him go to the high side. We'll see if there'll be any retaliation from the heat. I doubt that there will be. Usually have more cars in this, but it is what it is. It's later in the racing season. People are out at the racetracks tonight. We appreciate those of you who have been able to come out, going through 3 and 4 for the final pace lap, getting ready to rock and roll here for the Flieger Farm TV limited late models. Waiting for the green flag to fly.
Green flag, green flag.
There it is. Cars fire going down into 1 and 2. Robertson down low, Miley up high. Wheeler down low. Oh, we got the 203 is into the wall. 3 wide down the backstretch. 203 was still in the wall going into 3 and 4. Robertson going to slide job up on the 203. Wheeler tight out the bottom. Baker gets him, spins him out. That's going to be our first yellow of the night. And Robertson, whoa, was not ready for the slow up from Corey Sibley. Yellow came out before that incident happened. Sibley letting the 10 know that he is not pleased with that. That's okay, Jason. We appreciate you stopping in and watching. We're going to go back and look at that replay. So you can see the 203's in the wall. We'll see if we can figure out what happened here. The 11's already way too sideways in the middle of the corner. Baker's closing fast. Now again, remember, these two drivers made contact in the heat. The 11 got into the 9, so I have to wonder. Right there. Not sure if it was intentional, but the 9 sending the 11 around. And obviously after that, you had the pile up there, as the 10 was not ready for the 999 to check up the way he did. So incidental contact, and then Sibley getting up behind him real close, sending the message that he was not happy about that, spinning him after the yellow came out. So that's going to be now the first yellow of the evening with 23 laps to go. The 117 D&T Remodeling is out in front. Randall Dixon, his second start, running second right now, so good run for the 111. Austin Baker up to third. Not sure if that yellow counted for those guys. It looks like it may have. As we're going to get to go green flag this lap. Miley Dixon on the front row. Baker Gibson, excuse me. Robertson, Wheeler, and Sibley. We're going to go green off of 4. Miley fires. Dixon got caught sleeping on the high side. Baker, Robertson, Sibley all down low. Those 3 drivers, fast cars. Baker drifts up in front of Dixon. Dixon had to let off a little bit to cut that slide job clear. Robertson still working the bottom. Miley working the middle of the racetrack. Ooh, little touch, and the 10 overreacts and hits the inside wall by the look of it. I don't know what went on there. It didn't even look like they hardly touched. Miley out front. We got a drag race here for third. 3 guys going off their, second place, rather. The 9 to 111 and a 999. 111 giving it all. He's holding his second place position in his second start. He's got 2 very good drivers behind him in the 999 and the 9. That is Sibley and Baker behind him. We're going to watch this battle between these 3 drivers. Sibley trying to get to that inside edge. Can't quite get that tack. That tack not able to get quite where he wants to be on that high side. Dixon fast with the tack up high. Nobody's really able to get an edge right now, as this track has been a high side dominant track since it was brought into iRacing. Sibley to the inside now. Again, that 111 painted up by the Flieger Farm paint shop. And we got contact between the 9 and the 111. Slight contact in the middle of the corner, but everybody's clean and green. As Dixon now going to work to the inside. Get another bump from Austin Baker. Dixon a little bit slower off the corner, it seems like, than Austin Baker. Baker Trying to find a way around him. Can't quite get there. Baker not a man who's not afraid to use a bumper if he's got to. Kelly Wheeler still riding right there in what looks like 5th position. Robertson's last week winner, the D-licensed driver, is running currently last in the field. 999 of Sibley got around the 111, so now we're looking at the 9 of Austin Baker. Baker trying to close the distance on the 111, but not quite able to get the job done. I think Baker is faster on exit, and 111 is faster down the straight and on entry. But that 9B is slowly reeling in the number 111 of Randall Dixon. Out in front, Tony Miley running away with this thing with 15 to go. Sibley working the high side. Dixon still under tech, and we've got a yellow on the speedway. Looks like Carson Robertson and Dominic Gibson involved, according to my iRacing live timing. So we're going to go back and look at that just here in a moment. So let's see what we got here. It looks like these guys are already making pretty close to making contact going into this corner, and I imagine a slide job went wrong. 10 up high, sideways. 203 kind of just a little bit of touch coming off the corner. Puts them both into the wall. Spins the 203. Looks like the 203 tried to duck back to the inside, but drifted up, and the town, obviously, with that slider, didn't have anywhere to go up against that high side, so. No flag coming out. That's going to be our second yellow of the night. 15 laps to go. And I think that may have been the break that the 999 needed to get up there with his buddy, the 117 of Tony Miley. As I think drivers are anticipating a double file restart, we're going to go on board with Randall Dixon. See all the mud kicked up on his screen from that intense battling with the 999 of Sibley and the 9 of Austin Baker. As the live scoring getting itself sorted out, looks like lights are out on the pace truck. Gonna go green this time by. Dixon starting third on the inside. Austin Baker starting to his outside. We're going to ride along with Austin Baker on this start. And they fire off the corner.
Green, green,
Sibley
green.
working up high in front of Austin Baker. The 117 working down low. 999 up high. 9 behind him. 111 at the bottom. The 111 car is slow off the start on that bottom side. No momentum really when you first on that first lap, that is. 117 ducking it back down to the inside. The 999 is Sibley. Sibley lets him go. The 9 of Austin Baker is right there with him. Dixon, Robertson, Wheeler all going for the same spot. Looks like it's going to be Wheeler settling back, only for a moment. Dixon's trying to keep that 10 car behind him. 10 car loses speed there in the middle of the corner. Dixon's going to jet away. The 11 of Kelly Wheeler now battling with the 10 of Robertson. Meanwhile, up front, Miley's still running away from this thing. Baker, Sibley trying to chase one another down. Battle out, see who's going to get second in this thing. We're 11 laps to go. Miley again, still working at high side with Sibley right behind him. Track's not quite slick to where the drivers want it. Dixon trying to work that low line off the corner. Battle getting intense up front. as we are looking at the 117 of Miley getting chased down by the 999 of Sibley. Now, these two guys are really close friends. We're down to 9 to go. Wondering if there's going to be time for Sibley to pick up just enough momentum on that high side from he's going to have to give a bumper to the 117, I think, if he's going to try to get around him. The 117 is going to have to make a mistake here if our 6-time season winner is going to have to be a 7-time season winner. In order for that to happen, 117's got to mess up or he's got to get around him. Driver's going up against that outside wall, bouncing through the ruts. The 117 starting to put a little gap on the 999. Austin Baker, meanwhile, closed the gap on the 999, working to his, tried to work to his inside off that corner, didn't get anything done. 7 laps to go. Sibley Baker both up in the wall. Baker down to the inside of Sibley, might have a run on him in this corner. We'll see if Baker can get the job done here. Going to try to slide up. Can't really clear him all the way. So he thinks better of that and just lets the 999 back line. Good move there on the 09's behalf. Dixon Robertson still fighting for that 5th place position. Kelly Wheeler behind them. Gibson is out of this race right now. The 117 still continuing to work the high side. Again, this track, high side dominant racetrack in iRacing, as a lot of these big half miles in iRacing are. It's not even a half mile. I mean, some of the small tracks are that way too. The 117 still leading this thing. Again, these two drivers are 1 and 2 in the points. Sibley's leading the points and Miley is second, so first and second in points, but they're reversed in position right now. So Miley really wanting to close that gap with about 7 weeks left through the season, as we're over our halfway point. Sibley hard into the outside wall in 1 and 2. That's going to really slow him down and probably put the final nail in the coffin for Miley picking up the win here. It's all but guaranteed now for the 117 of Miley. Miley's just got to stay smooth and consistent, and he'll have this checkered flag. We'll be talking to him in victory lane in a short moment. Right now, Dixon really fighting hard with a 10 car, trying to maintain that 4th position. A little contact down the backstretch. Robertson loses it on the inside, but we're at one white flag is out, 1 lap to go. Don't think we're going to have a yellow here. And it looks like we're going to. Oddly enough, it must have just happened before they took the white. Just. So we're going to have to restart with 2 to go. We're going back and take a slow motion replay here, the Flieger Farm TV instant replay. Oh, wrong button here. If I'm hitting the right buttons. And Robertson's up high. Dixon's right there, going to slide up in front of him. Robertson turning his wheels a little bit, trying to get the crossover off the corner. Not sure where the trouble came. Oh, it looks like the 10 car may have came up just a tad bit. Made ever so slight contact, if any at all, and then just tried to save it and lost it on the bottom side of the racetrack. So tough break for the 10 who was fighting for that position. But it's not that much of a break because now they're 1-2 right behind one another. And the man thanking the good Lord right now is the 999 of Sibley, as he was starting to get gapped on by the 117 after smacking that outside wall. And no, we are not having a green-white checkered. It is straight up a 2-lap dash. Here, our 3rd yellow of the night. Well, I guess you could consider it a green-white checker. 2-lap dash, yep, green-white checker, I suppose that would be true. NAD TRA pace truck pulling off. The 117 of Miley going to lead us back around one more time. Pull them belts tight, boys. Here we go. Lining up through 3 and 4. We'll be going off of 4 on the leader. Whenever the leader fires, everybody else fires.
Green, green,
And that is
green.
the fire right there. So 117 of Sibley, or 117 of Miley, going to take it off. Sibley working the high side with Baker right behind him. A scramble between Dixon and Robertson here towards the back. Checker flag going to come out. Miley picking up the win. Sibley second. Austin Baker third. Kelly Wheeler picking up a top 5. Randall Dixon finishing 5th. Robertson 6th. And Gibson DNFing in 7th place. So we're going to take one short break here. Just a minute. We're going to go into our Discord and get ready for our driver interviews and race control interview with Miley, Sibley, Baker, and Mike Vitale, tonight's race controller. As they're going to bring it around to Port Royal Victory Lane. We're going to go bring up our Discord now. See if anybody's going to be in the interview chat.
Callie?
And we're going to
I
bring
said-
in the 999 of Corey Sibley. Corey, this is DV in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, man, second place tonight. Not exactly probably what you wanted. However, second place still not bad. You fought hard for that first spot, but couldn't quite get Miley as he was too fast on the high side. A lot of tack in the track tonight. Kind of a cooler track temp with a lot of humidity, a lot of tack. How did the car feel out there, and how did that complicate your feature?
No, I was doing pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I got jacked up by the whatever '09 car again. He seems to be pretty good at that, but nah, I screwed up myself. I was close to Tony. I probably had a couple chances and was hoping we get a little more room from Adam. Then when we did have it, I smoked the wall and Tony took off. There's nothing, no one else's fault. I screwed it up myself. And overall, it wasn't bad. I was happy with the car. I know Tony's running relatively close to the same setup I am, so I mean, I'm happy with how we're going, and I wouldn't want to lose to anybody else.
Well, certainly, man. If you're going to lose, it's always good to lose to a friend, right? And second place still, I mean, you still got a pretty much guaranteed spot on the top 3 in points anyway. You're leading right now. So you got 6 wins on the season. You're pretty much secured up there unless somebody can really start winning week to week, back to back. So a good run tonight. Who do you have to thank for tonight's race? Any sponsors, anything like that you'd like to thank?
Yeah, Dirty Rhino Welding, Tail Tag and Motorsports. I mean, hell, me and Tony went 1-2. That's always a good thing. My wife, you guys for putting this on. I mean, just everybody who watches.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your second place. Thanks to all those people that are helping you, and we will see you next week.
All right, thank you.
And we are now going to bring in our third place finisher, Austin Baker. Austin, this is DV up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, third place run tonight. Pretty strong finish for that 5-star. Is it 5-star esports or 5-star motorsports?
5-star esports.
5-star esports, obviously. The 97 of Keaton Holder not able to make it out tonight, so you were kind of lone soldier out there, I guess. Do you have anybody to thank for tonight's third place? How did the track feel? Tell us your thoughts.
That felt great in my opinion. I was really fast. It's just I could pull up to Sibley, then I pull up to Miley, and go to throw a slider, and just knew I wasn't gonna be clear. Just couldn't clear it. Felt like I was fast, but it is what it is. It's racing. I'd like to thank 5-star esports and Elite Performance Industries for a heck of a setup.
Well, man, that car looked absolutely outstanding there tonight. I saw you changed your paint from the past few weeks. You've been running just a solid white with orange number. I noticed you've changed it up a little bit. And the car looks good. Car looks fast. We'll see you. Are you going to be attending Thursday night at, I believe it's Fairbury?
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Awesome, man. Well, we will see you and hopefully Keaton out there Thursday night.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
And that was the '09 of Austin Baker. We're going to bring in tonight's feature winner. Tonight's feature winner, the 117 of Tony Miley. Tony, a rocket ship tonight on the high side. Nobody seemed to have anything for you. Do you think anybody actually had anything for you? Do you think maybe the 999 had anything for you out there? I mean, you seem to be a rocket ship on rails out there.
Yeah, I think the 999 definitely had something for me. I don't know. He seemed like he caught up to me there for a second, then fell back a little bit. I don't know if he got into the wall or what. But yeah, it's definitely a rocket ship tonight. She was on a rail for sure. Kept her out of the wall, and she seemed to be a lot faster.
Yeah, I was saying that during the race. I'm like, if anybody's going to get around the 117, the 117's got to make a mistake because that high side is just like glue up there. Seemed like the track was really tacky tonight.
Yeah, definitely in the heat race, it was very tacky. Had the wrong gear in last week, and I had to work on it. Still when I qualified earlier, I had the wrong setup in, so it kind of hurt me a little bit. But I got a good position there in the heat race with the invert, so that worked out for me in the feature.
Yeah, that invert does help a lot of times if you know how to know how to game it, so you can get up there in that front row. You got to time it just ever so right. But congratulations, man. Do you have any sponsors to thank for tonight's win?
I just want to thank DT Renovations for everything they do, and they allow me to do this, so I appreciate that.
Well, I'm sure you're out there making them proud. This is now your third win on the season. You've only got 3 more to go, and you'll have tied Sibley for the most wins in the season. Do you think you can make it?
If I can keep him from winning another one, that'd be a miracle, but I'm going to try my best.
Well, he seems to be getting faster and faster every week and seems to get closer and closer to you every week. So we'll see what happens next week. Are you going to be attending any of our other races this week, Saturday, Thursday at all?
I'll probably be at the Thursday one again, and I missed the Saturday one last week, but I will be at the Saturday race this week as well.
Awesome. So planning on attending the Gears Unlimited 358s and the Magnum Race Designs Dirt Street Stock. So we'll see you then. Congratulations on the checkered flag tonight, man. Good work, and we'll see you Thursday.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. And that was the 117 tonight's feature winner. We're going to bring in the 111 of Randall Dixon, tonight's 5th place finisher. Randy, this is DV in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, top 5 tonight, second start. You were running up front for a good portion of this race. I mean, that had to have put a little bit more confidence in you going into next week.
A little bit. I'm still learning these setups because I don't know how to set up a car, but it seemed to work okay. But towards the end, it started getting sketchy up there on the top. I need to learn how to run that top side just a little bit better.
Now, again, this track, very tacky out there tonight. Not something we normally see. Usually it's slicked off pretty decent up there. Did you think that had any factor in your struggles tonight?
It's very possible. I'm still, like I said, I'm still new to this. I'm still learning, but I'll end up getting the hang of it pretty soon.
Well, you keep running with these guys, and you'll definitely earn the right to get out of those rookie stripes. Solid run tonight, top 5, nothing to be ashamed of. So solid run for the Too Old for Forza gang tonight. Are you going to be running Thursday or Saturday with us?
I think I'm going to try the modifieds out on Thursday.
Well, it's a very short track, so be ready for some possible bumping and banging as we're going into February. So
it's all good, Rubbin's Racing.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to move over here to Mike Vitale, our race controller for tonight. Mike, how do you feel the race went? What are your thoughts?
I thought the race went well. I mean, it was definitely outside dominant. They were definitely fast. A little sketchy at the end there. That caution popped out and kind of showed an admin, but I didn't hit that. And then the finish with the one lapper versus the green white checkered. But other than that, I thought they raced very competitive. I thought Baker was going to make a couple of moves on the slides, but he checked up and he knew he didn't have it clear. So I thought there was some really good, clean racing out there.
Well, that's awesome, man. It seems like it was a pretty tacky track tonight. I see we have Adam Flieger, the One-Eye Wonder, in the chat, not able to make it out tonight due to an update for his iRacing. But Adam, did you watch the race at all, and how did it look from your end?
Race looked good from the standpoint of being in the being at home watching it. Looked good to me. Just have to figure out where to put your broadcast video is the only thing I'm trying to think of.
Right, yeah, for sure. I'm using, since I logged in with that to the Flieger Farm TV, it gave me your setup, so I'm trying to learn all the things that you have set up, and it was a kind of a panic trying to figure things out, but we got it together. We had a fairly decent stream tonight. Obviously I think we had 4 or 5 people up in here, so we're definitely building that viewership, getting more and more people, more and more eyes on Flieger Farm TV, and hopefully once I get moving down to Kansas, as this is going to be our last broadcast from the New York TV booth, the New York Broadcasting Satellite, we're going to be going down to Kansas on my end, so maybe we can get some more leagues to come in and do some more broadcasts for them in the future.
Sure.
But that's going to wrap it up for tonight's stream. Flieger Farm TV appreciates everybody coming out and watching the North American Dirt Track Racing Association Limited Late Models, sponsored by Flieger Farm TV. We'll see you all Thursday night on Got Your 6 Racing Network here on YouTube for the Gears Unlimited 358 Modifieds at Fairbury. We appreciate everybody stopping by and watching the stream. For anybody that's listening on their ride home from work, do not drive